Okay, it's 7 minutes past 3 right here on Z101.9 FM. Today, I said I have a royal guest. Somebody who started music a long time ago. Or this guitar, I know I'm safe. Unfortunately, today I didn't see a guitar in the studio. But all the same, they say he's a master of the G. So you explain to us what the G means. Well, my life, they say G, they say double G, they say Odonso, they say this. Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi. Some know him for Asem Kakra Mekaye. Others know him for Telephone in Common. Telephone in Common was 98.
98 years.
28 years. Hey, Acho. It's been a long time. And Asem Kakra Mekaye was what?
That was in 96.
Hey, 30 years.
30 years ago, yes.
Wow. Akwaba.
Yeah.
Now, how did it start for you? Where did you learn to play the guitar?
That was at school, when I was at school.
Really?
Yes. I had a friend, Musa, he's called. And we were in the same dormitory.
Okay.
And at that time, he was a very good guitar player. In fact, I was drawn to the guitar from the sound. Because when I was sleeping and he played the guitar, it didn't matter what song he was playing, just the sound of the strings, felt
What
so
was that?
nice. I went to West Africa Secondary School.
Was.
Yes.
But was there somebody in the family who was closer to music? Mom, dad, auntie, grandfather, somebody?
It was rather later I got to know that, naturally my family is full of musicians. Even today, a few of my nephews are playing, and my uncle had a band at Enum.
Okay.
And, so it was later I realized that the family...
Musically inclined.
Oh, yes, we're very musically oriented, yes.
So, young man, you finish your elementary school or whatever, you go to West African Secondary School. At what form? Form 1, Form 2?
I think it was in Form 2.
Form 2, okay.
Form 2.
After the homeowing was over.
After the homeowing was over, yes. And I think Musa, I was in the same class with him, same year, I think. But he was a very good guitar player.
He brought his guitar to school.
He brought a guitar to school.
Were you doing pop chain in school at that time?
I did pop chain, yeah. It was later
right.
on pop chain came along. And we studied music. We did the rudiments of music at school. So
now the conversation will be interesting.
Yes.
So Musa was the one who was...
He introduced me to the guitar.
Tell me he was doing Jimi Hendrix and everything.
He was playing good guitar.
He
played really, really, really good guitar. There's this song by, Paul Simon.
Okay.
Yeah, I've forgotten the title, but he played it very, very well.
And that attracted you?
That attracted me. It was the sound of the strings, when he played it. It made so nice, sound to listen to. And
so you got introduced to music by Musa. So you walked up to him and said, Musa,
we're in the same dormitory, and I said, Charlie, you have to. And he was like, look, it's not as difficult as you think. It's the same thing we learn, in class, we'll go for the rudiments and the G clef, the F clef, the bass clef, and all of that, So he explained it, and he taught me how they were represented on the guitar. So I started,
to do the scale and everything. But
the scale, yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, at that time we did music at school. But most of us didn't take it serious,
I hear now they don't do music anymore.
Now they don't do it anymore. That is really strange.
Yeah, that's one of my problems.
That is really strange. I don't know why music is... Maybe, there wasn't so much attention for what we did as Africans. We will be taught everything about the Western music and how Chopin, Beethoven, and all those people played it. Instead of teaching us how we had to play it for ourselves. I think that was the problem. And to want to learn those classical stuff, and sometimes it was difficult. So I think that might be the reason why they scrapped it off.
But at least what we had is what we had. If you listen to the likes of Ephraim Mamu and others.
Yes, that was what should have been taught at school. At that time, they should have. You see, that is the problem. There weren't probably many people or many teachers who could teach if they weren't musicians themselves. You see, so they have to teach you from what a book says. But the practical aspect of it was very important, which was something I felt should have been incorporated in that. Those Ifremamos and people like that should go to schools and demonstrate, and tell them how they understood music and why they made music the way they did it.
I had a friend from Denmark. When he came back, he came here, I saw him, and he said, in Denmark, you should learn to play at least one
instrument. Yes.
And there are three.
It's about the same in Holland too.
Okay, there are three. They, should I say family? I love their family.
Okay.
Three, they met at an orphanage.
Oh, okay.
And they are still friends as
today.
That's their family. The three of them. They say they are family.
Wow.
They met at the orphanage.
Yeah.
One plays sax, one plays guitar, and they are
beautiful. Yeah.
So I'm wondering, maybe by now I could have been playing some keyboard or something. Now I play the castanet. Castanet is a full instrument.
It's also an instrument.
It's a full instrument.
You know what? When we first traveled outside Ghana, people who played the keyboard and the drums, and they felt they were, on top, above those who played the maracas and the clips.
They didn't know.
But when we got there, the ladies were more interested in those who played the indigenous instruments, the maracas. So that was where we realized better you learn how to play the maracas or the clips on some indigenous instrument. That was what attracted, the audience.
So they'll be taking all the goodies from you.
They'll be taking.
I love the what's the other man's name? Ampofoejes, the one that I think Safu Kantanka, the one was playing some maracas.
Maracas, yes.
Thing. So Musa teaches you how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Was it an acoustic?
Yeah, it was an acoustic guitar.
Okay.
Yes.
So by Form 5 you had mastered it.
By Form 5 years.
You had mastered it.
I play quite good. We took part in the Nancy Chrome and others, so I think from my third year in secondary school that Nancy Chrome started. So, yeah, I've been going almost every year.
Okay, so we'll do a roll call. Tell me about some of the musicians, the guys from Nancy Chrome who went on to become great musicians.
Well, the one who stands out is Carlos Sechi.
Oh, Carlos. Carlos, we salute you.
That was where I met him, actually. We met he was from Fancy Pim.
Yeah.
I was playing, not for West Africa City School, but for St. John's Grammar. Okay. Somehow I found myself in the St. John's Grammar group. Okay. So that's where we met. He's about, one of those that... we met, and I've kept our friendship up to today.
I've interviewed people here, and I think the pop chain shaped most of you.
Oh yes, it shaped most of us. Yes.
Harry Bannerman. I've spoken to Herman Asafoye.
Oh, okay.
To them, some of them, it's the memories way back in school, and I'm like, oh, okay.
No, pop chain did a lot of good.
Chicken Chi. I spoke to him. Yes. He was telling me a lot about it. I said, wow.
Yes. Anantikrom was something that shaped.
Can we bring it back?
Why not?
Because I don't.
Why not? I mean, it's one of the, after football at that time, or athletics and, sports in general, it was the Anantikrom thing that brought students together. I mean, anybody who's experienced this thing knows what I'm talking about.
If we want, so my problem is, I might not say it well, but I'll say it to me. I'm playing. I think we are short of musicians.
Short?
Yes, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I don't want to qualify the musicians. That's why I might not say it well. Because if you look at the caliber of people who passed through the pop chain, the kind of music that they churn out was extra beautiful. Now, everybody sits at home and you have a computer.
Okay. Okay, so maybe if I understand you well, You mean performing artists.
Thank you.
Yes, we lack a lot of performing artists. Most of the artists we see today, like you rightly said, they go into the studio. Sometimes they don't even know how an instrument is played or anything. Yes, so actually most of the music we experience today is the music of the technician or the studio engineer you went, that's their music. And sometimes some of us can hear it because they leave their trademarks. It's obvious that he was the one who played the keyboards and played everything because they had their own styles. And then when the artist went there, they will play it for you. You sing. But today in Ghana, everything is about the singer. And then all the other stuff are left out of it, But music actually is not only the singer, it is also the instrumentalists, people who bring the music together. They create the harmonies and the melodies and the rhythms and all of that, So a singer can sing their lyrics over it.
I'll come and learn so much. My little experience in those times when you take an LP or you take something, you read the credits.
Yes.
Or even at that time
Yes.
when you take the Ghanaian Times or you take
Yes.
Spectator or Mirror,
Yes.
when they are reviewing an album.
Everybody who did something, yes, guitar by this, rhythm by this, bass guitar, the drums, and this. But these days,
it's not there. And I have another fear. We'll come to that. Let me address my fear. Will AI replace our music?
No.
Good.
AI doesn't create something out of nothing. AI has been trained. And so AI knows all the different styles that has been played already. So if you ask AI to do anything for you, AI takes something that it has been trained on. So there's no way he's going to take over. This is an interesting question because that was the same question that was posed when some of us started recording music with a computer instead of going to a studio with a whole band.
Okay.
That question was posed. So is the computer going to take over our music? But a computer on its own cannot do anything unless somebody instructs it or gives it a command that do A or B or C. So it doesn't matter what miracles people are going to do with computers and AI, you still need a human being to prompt it, to tell the computer, this is what I want. So it's still going to be a human-based thing, except that you have a lot more choices.
Okay. Nana, when was the last time you performed on stage?
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember. That's a long while ago.
The last time I saw you perform was the 1 week passing of Papa Yankson at Dansuma.
Oh, yes.
That was the last time I saw you.
You saw me, yes. I was on stage then.
Yes.
That probably might be the last time. Yes, a while.
Wow.
Because
do you experience live band nowadays?
No.
Okay. Now, when you go to live bands, gradually the percussionist has been taken out.
Yes.
They say loops and samples and whatever.
Loops and samples, yes.
And now the keyboardist is now playing the guitar. So I'm confused. That's why I'm asking, it seems our bandsmen, and I think, okay, let me see what I know. I'm a younger person. They took out the hornsman, the keyboard replaced the hornsman. Gradually, the percussionists are being taken care of. Even the lead guitarist, I wonder.
I want to, we in a film. You know what? I once had a discussion with John Collins.
Yeah.
He's one of our top musicologists and who documents a lot of what we do. I think what we were discussing was something around what you're talking now. And he said, from his experience, music is a generational thing. Okay. Your direct kids don't like what you do. they try to do something different than what you have shown them. But their kids want to also skip them and then go to the grandfather. So he says that is the evolution that goes on in the creation of music. Today, the young people don't like to hear what we did. And they are trying to prove that they have something down their sleeves. But their children are not going to like what they do, because their children will be able to compare what the grandfather did and they always choose
the grandfather.
So I think we should not be afraid. Everything is going to go back sometime to come, because we will be fed up with some of these things. And you go to listen to an old material, you hear the horns and even the drums and everything. Say, oh wow, I missed this. This is what is real.
Because I wanted in my own way to honor all the churches in Ghana. They held and they kept our musicians. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me also say the other side of it.
Okay.
They also destroyed what the musicians were doing.
Beautiful. Now let's have a conversation. To me, okay, this is my argument. At that time that we had our curfews and everything, that the nightlife was killed.
Yeah.
It was the only places that we found our guitarists and
going to the churches.
Till today, I think the gospel musicians play better high life than the secular people.
Well, there are no gospel musicians. They are the same people who were playing secular, who are now in the church.
Yes, but the rhythm-wise, the people in the churches, let me put them that way.
Well, I don't agree.
Whoa.
Because coming from the high life tradition, we look down on some of the pioneers of what is today replicated in the churches. You know, what I hear is people combining everything. There is the guitar band style and there's the dance band style. And sometimes, you know, you need to let people hear what you mean or tell your story properly. So if you are telling a dance band story, then tell a dance band story. There are stuff that comes with it, and please tell it properly. But here you have a bit of guitar band, and then it breaks down to dance band style, and then so people who know the tradition feel no, there's something happening here that doesn't seem to add up, So some of us, and I don't say the churches are not, those gospel musicians some of them are doing a great job. They are those keeping some of the high life progressions alive. They are those who are keeping, let me say, high life in general alive. Yes, so I wouldn't take that away from them. Although I still think that they destroyed it, because there were pastors who came in the beginning, and because they wanted people to come to their churches instead of going to patronize the concerts and stuff like that, they will preach everything against it. So when the concert band came, and that's how come, the guys didn't, you destroy where they got their livelihood from. And so they came into the churches. And you see, there was something that was done outside that excited people. You play the guitar in a certain way. You sort of up-tempo whatever you're doing, and people were happy. Instead of singing hymns and other slow-tempoed songs that people cannot dance to. So when the guys from the secular stages entered the church, they thought, no, it was too cold in the church.
Let's take the groove to the church.
Let's bring the groove, same groove that we did outside there. So that was what happened.
They say they have some Pentecostal group. The bass line,
Oh my goodness. Yes. So it was a process. It took a while, I witnessed it. I saw how some churches broke down the whole secular thing and preached against it heavily, And then there came problems. When you went into the church after playing, the pastor says you did it for God. Why is that was what you lived on when you were playing out there?
That place, I always have a problem. How do you tell me I should come and play music in church and you won't pay me?
You pay me, you know. And so
it's I think some of the churches who don't pay their musicians, I just don't understand it.
You know, so
without music, there will be no church.
No church can't grow, you know. And it was what we did on the concert stages. That is what is making the church grow today.
And they know.
In the church room. They know, yes.
You can't have a play without the music.
No. There's Odon song, there is G, and like what you were saying. That's what is played in the church room. But that is not the origin of any of those rhythms. No. Pure guitar band rhythms. You know, if I listen to all the female singers, you know.
Is it their fault?
It's not their fault. I think it's a natural metamorphosis that takes place in the music industry. Except that I don't like it when people consciously want to destroy a certain style to find out that the same style is what they are adapting. No, I don't agree to that. You know, I think we should all let everybody be. And this gospel and secular kind of thing, you know, it's not healthy for our industry.
It's music.
Yes, so let music be.
Okay.
Any way anybody expresses their music, let it be. Today, some of our top Ghanaian artists are not even playing our high life music. They are top artists from dance hall music and stuff like that, you know. Yes, so it means people can excel in any style if they are given the room, you know, to operate. If you suppress them and you say, oh, no, this is secular and this is, you know. But it's the same guy who plays the secular music who comes to play your gospel for you. Your gospel doesn't sound any different than the secular. Let me give you an example. When we were playing outside on international stages, number one, nobody understood anything we were saying. Our lyrics wasn't something that moved anybody because most of the people did not understand anything you were saying. It was the rhythm and the drive in your song that they reacted to. So for them, it doesn't matter whether you say you're singing gospel or whatever. They don't hear the difference. They don't hear the difference. You know, so it was one way that in Ghana we tried to like separate the two and say that the secular, but elsewhere it's all the same, sounded the same. There's no difference.
We give awards and we call this
yes.
Gospel artist of the gospel. This. You think we should all cram them together?
No.
Okay, so in your view, if we were to have some awards, something, how do we group our music? Shall we do dance band, guitar band, whatever? If we want to classify, is it about time that we classify our music very well?
I don't know. In the Grammys, do they mix
pop,
country,
and stuff? Whatever.
Do they mix it with classical music and this kind of? So why are we doing? I would say let every style, genre grow. Let it grow. So identify it properly and don't do this overlaps and style steps. Look, if somebody is a high life musician, it means they have grown up in the high life tradition. They understand what high life is. If you sit them down, they will explain everything and the progression they are using, the names of the progressions, and they can even play and demonstrate it. There are other people who have no idea. They might have heard something, so they were making a song and they incorporated some of what they heard. They cannot explain it, whether it's Dagomba they are playing or G they are playing or Amponsa they are playing or what. They don't know it. But they've made a nice song, incorporating something into it. Don't go giving them the High Life award. They're not High Life musicians.
Who What is high life?
High life, it's a music that came about as a result of, let's say, colonialism. When the colonialists came, they brought along Western instruments, and then they formed bands.
Okay.
And they hired some Africans to play in those bands. People like E.T. Mensah and others, they played in such bands. But after colonialism, when the white people left, the black people who were then taking over the bands and were playing Western music, they played the foxtrot, the waltz, and those things, and those kinds of things. Our fathers had to learn how to dance them,
the ballroom
with the ballroom dances and stuff like that. Until the black man realized, these white people are gone. Why do we keep on playing their stuff? So they started creating music using the same basics that they did with the white groups, but this time with African lyrics. Okay. And that approach to music was the white man's approach, because in the white man's music, time is an essence. So there is a definite intro. There's a definite stanza. There's a definite middle age. Okay. There is a definite coda, which all is played within a certain time. The African concept of music is different. Ours is not linear. Ours is secular. And so you start the music from one point and just keeps going round and going round. And anybody else who wants to be a part of that joins in where they feel comfortable. So you hear a certain rhythm that keeps going, and people come in and do something, boom, 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 and then go out, and others come in, you see. So it also underlines or underpins our high life creation. So what was called high life was created based on the white man time scale. That was what was called high life, because that was the kind of music that only people of the higher class, the elite, could go dance to. And so, actually it was referred to as the music for the people of the higher class.
Let's start from 1928, when Kokanta and Baini and others went to record the first High Life, the Yamponta one.
Yes.
From 28, a lot of small bands, groups recorded their songs. We'll come to Apia Down Choir, and others will come to Kwamensa.
But we should start from some.
Yes, some. That's what I'm saying. Some with the Kumasi trio.
Yes.
So some with Baine and Kokanta. So they did their recording. They have some music of people who even recorded before some.
So let me, based on what you just said, make this correction. What they played was not high life.
Okay.
That was music that existed long ago.
The one that some
another state.
Okay.
It has sentiments of our traditional, approach to music. And there is this story that is told to back it, that when the Portuguese came, they brought the guitar.
Okay.
And, their ships were not able to dock around the land, so it will stay somewhere on the sea, and then small boats will, and so there were Africans who worked for them. Yeah. Now, during their recreational times, there will be an African who serves them, so they will send him, go and bring the guitar.
Curiosity.
Yes, and this African also loved the sound of the guitar so much.
Like you did in school.
Like I did in school. So he will go and bring the guitar. And this will go on for as long as the Portuguese were on the shore. Now, when it's time to leave, they will give that guitar
to the African.
because the African was of a good service to them. And the other reason why they did that was if ever they come back, they could just simply ask for the guy with the guitar. Well, if not for my dear mommy, come and still help us.
Come and still help us. Yeah. I've left you a legacy.
Yes. So when they left, then that African guy would try just by ears and listening what he heard the white people play
and imitate
it. So he would go to a Pamuan bar. And then, well, of course, entertain people. And as he kept on playing, all the strings would be breaking. He would be left with the two. And even with the two
he will still play.
Strings, he will still play. The E, I think the A, yes, he will still play. And so that kind of music got the name the guitar band or palm wine music. It wasn't called Highlife. That was palm wine music. Okay. And that was what was adapted by a lot of the guitar bands.
Okay. So, we are talking to Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi. We are having a Highlife conversation of Highlife. My name is Papa Kofi. We're talking to Nana. And Nana Sloppy is telling us about the origin of Highlife. We're talking about Double G and everything and how we influenced Highlife. But let's come to this point. So now we know we can differentiate between the various...
The two...
So now we have palm wine.
Yes.
If we could... Okay, for us, the modern people, the classical example is Konimo.
Well,
in a way,
Konimo is one of the exponents of Ghanaian music using the guitar.
For us, the young ones.
Yes.
You people saw appear damn quas and whatever. We didn't. I mean, you had the pleasure of listening to Onyina. People say it's a jazz. Onyina's chords are different.
Yes.
People delve in music. Others say the storytelling skills of Kakeku.
Yeah.
Some will talk about EKs.
Yes.
And then we come to the bands with the Ramblers, the Stargazers, the Uhurus.
Yes.
So gradually...
I'm glad you know all of this.
I'm just a student.
Okay.
I'm learning from Nana.
You will realize that in these two groups of bands, certain instruments were dominant. In the guitar band, they eliminated completely the horn section, the brass section. Whilst those brass and horn sections were very prominent in the dance band or the Highlife, you know. Okay, we say big bands. Yeah. Yes, but they were the originators of Highlife because they were those who played music for the people of the higher class. And then there was a lot of horn section and, you know, whilst the guitar band adopted the palm wine style, and the guitar was the main instrument, you know. They were called guitar bands. You see. But you see, it didn't matter if you were a dance band or a guitar band. You could play a certain style, certain genre of music, and with your guitars alone.
Okay.
Somebody like Kofi and Johnson made some of the best, I would say, Highlife music without horn sections.
So baby Pebby.
Ghana.
Madame Fopabeko.
You see, he understood the dance band approach to music, but he did not incorporate the horn section, which made
from the parrots
a significant something in the dance band. So you see, then it meant that the guitar bands could also play their own. And that is understanding what you're doing. Yes. So that is the difference. I mean, now you gave a name, what do you call the big band sound, or, you know, they were the originators of Highlife because it was what they did that brought the name Highlife and was referred to as Highlife.
How do we classify KJC? He brought keyboards into our system.
KJC is a very, very interesting musician in Ghana, a pioneer of a Ghanaian musical style that very few people have been able to either mimic, copy, or whatever. He brought Sichi, and his understanding of music at that time made him come up with that beautiful sound, the Sichi.
Which is getting lost. Which is getting lost.
It's lost. I've always challenged, and for this one, it's a challenge I throw to the.
I probably need to meet Jack Glory or Hene. There's a young man called Jack Glory or Hene. He's about the only person who is trying to do Sichi.
There's another guy I'm trying to help do Sichi, but he still
hasn't gotten it.
And I keep telling him, go and listen to KJC. You know, he was a good musician. I would say he's both a high life or big band, high life musician, and at the same time a guitar band aspect.
He fused them.
He fused the two.
And the way and manner he brought in the keyboard.
Yes. No, he expanded it.
Yeah.
And the role the keyboard, for instance, played in his music, superb. You hardly hear anything like that anywhere.
And listen to some of his songs with Thomas Frimpong singing.
Yes, Thomas Frimpong is a key figure in the creation of Sichi. It was his voice that cemented it all together. Of course, also with the guitar player? What's he called? Eric Ajman.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, what's it called? This guy who passed.
I want to know the Ajeku.
No.
I want to
the bass player.
Raf Kakari.
Raf. Yes.
Yeah, I want to know the contributions. Let's talk about Yamwa's style.
Okay.
And then KJC. I'm in school. I'm a student.
Okay. That's an interesting one. Yamwa had a lot of interesting musicians playing with them. Okay. One was Smart in Cancer. Ejeku, they were all... Lidodu, yes. They were all from Yamwa's band. The interesting thing that happened there was, let's say Smart left Yamwa. Yamwa is typically a guitar band oriented, musician. So you will learn everything there is to know about guitar band, the progressions, and Sewakutu, it's a very interesting song because if you listen carefully to the rhythm, it has something, should I say swing or I think waltz or something in it. And that was a very clever thing he did at that time, but then used the guitar band style nicely over that rhythm. Okay. Those were some of the nice things that happened at Yam.
My favorite is Mesanaba.
So what happened is when Smart left, he came to I think Tema.
Sweet Talks.
And then started Sweet Talks. And that era was the era of this, let's say, copyright bands, where we played a lot of copyright. And Sweet Talks were one of the... Yeah. But not long after he joined, the Sweet Talks switched from playing only copyrights, but now trying to play some original Ghanaian.
They did a spiritual Ghana.
You see now. Which became a big hit. So that led to other things. Let me focus on Smart.
Yeah.
Smart went on to form a Sunsum band and some other bands. But because he came to, Sweet Talks.
Sweet Talks, yeah.
He had also adapted the dance band kind of character.
Yeah.
So you would hear him carry that on to the other bands that he created.
Okay. Black Horseless.
Yes. The one significant thing that he did, I don't know with which band it was. Was it Sunsum I think yes, Sunsum. That was where he brought Ejeku along.
Yeah.
Ejeku's sound was a guitar band sound. Yeah. His voice was associated to guitar bands. Until Smart brought him on board. Mainstream. Well, so they started creating a mixture of dance band sound and guitar band sound. It sounded so nice at that time.
The fusion.
That fusion, And I would say other people have tried, but Smart in that era would be the pace setter, by bringing Ejeku along and joining hands with Ejeku to form that new sound. Baby, we come and these were new kinds of,
The medleys were even special. It comes back to the timing that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That a white man had a specific time within which you have to operate. But for us,
it was secular. And then you come in at
Let's talk about Eric Ajman.
So Eric Ajman is one of, let me say, very good guitar players, exponents of what we will call guitar band music. He knows it very well. He applies it, when he plays with the dance band also, because after a while, that fusion became the mainstream, where A.B. Crensel and others also came up, using the Nigerian new Sweet Mother style. Yeah. And, so Angelina and all of that, So we started expanding and incorporating other styles into our Ghanaian music.
Beautiful conversation we are having in the studio with Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi. Let's go back. We are Africans. We are secular people. We don't have time back. After you were taught to play the guitar in school and you left school, what was the attraction to music? How did you get into music? I heard you played with Eddie Donko at some point in time. I don't know where you were with the Menum Coco Show Boys or what 7. Super 7. So you explained to us today. Me, I'm a student.
That is okay. That's the whole story.
Okay.
To be honest, I wasn't a music-oriented person when I was at school. Okay. I liked my studies, and I wanted to, do aeronautics or something with medicine.
Now that you've talked about aeronautics, these people just came from the moon.
Yes.
Do you think they did something up there?
Oh, when they go there, they don't tell us all the truth.
Nana, the way the sun is shining nowadays. Today you've seen the sun.
You mean the sun is shining?
The way the sun is scorching, I think they did something.
Oh, maybe they have pointed something. They pointed something in our way. And we are the closest to the center of the earth, yes. So it could be true. Yes. Maybe they pointed something to the center. Then Ghana is the closest.
The head. Because since they came, the sun has been scorching. Okay, now let's talk about it.
Okay. It wasn't something that's like, oh, this is what I had to do. No, just like many stories of young people at that time. Our parents couldn't find a little money. They needed to push us, further to go to sixth form and carry on with whatever I wanted to make of myself. I was a very studious person. I like to study. I like to, know things. But here, I didn't go to the sixth form because man didn't pay. It wasn't that I didn't pass. I passed and passed very well.
Okay.
At that time, I didn't have to pay. I was called to come to Ghana National. I was going to do biology, so it didn't matter.
Some Dr. Biotia would have been doctor.
Oh my goodness! So that's what I was.
Why at that time you didn't have bursary for sixth formers? Oh, okay. Even if it was free, you had to do some payment as well.
You see, I was young. Okay. Some people misled me.
Okay.
Yes, it wasn't that I couldn't tell, man, but they misled me.
Okay.
They told me they would do it.
And then.
And then you wait until they don't do it.
Okay.
So before I realized it was late, and I said, okay, I'll try the following year.
Okay.
Because I had good grades, so I just was not afraid that I could just go back to the school and then, But here, okay, in that 1 year, what do?
You have to find something to do. The devil find work for that.
You know. So I was at home at Medina, and then they said, well, a band called Subruku.
That's a good name.
Yeah, Subruku. Their guitarists, I failed them. The guitarist didn't come, and so they were looking for a guitarist. My colleagues at Medina, hey, the guys need a guitarist. I said, oh, okay, so let me go. And that's what I keep saying. I went there and I never stepped out.
Oh.
So what happened was, okay, I played with them, with the Subruku band. We changed the name to Moving Germanies.
There you go.
Actually, I was playing with Carlos, Mujibo, Jordan, and so were people all from the pop chain, So we met, and it was a
play
nice,
good music, students. So play, you jam.
I remember that Carlos Sechi only liked Barry White. So the music and he always wanted.
So who was singing the Barry White?
Barry White, well, Kwesi stereo. I know if Carlos is brought here. We say this
I
to
need to bring Carlos in the studio.
We say this a laugh, So we played in that band, but I met Senior at Medina. Actually, I was a friend to Senior's brother.
Okay.
So it was Senior's that friend of mine who introduced me to Senior. I would play my guitar, and that time experimenting with new stuff and trying to, And Senior immediately said, well, he liked what I was doing and he want to play with me in his band. At that time, he had recorded Asiko Darling. Yes.
Asiko, I want to ask a question, but I'm shy. you by the time you went there, had been recorded.
Oh, no, he had recorded it already.
Okay. I had a lawyer friend.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a lawyer friend. Yeah. Lawyer, this one, I'm asking you a question. He's called Lawyer Kobna Fosu. He thinks that the Asiko Darling was inspired by a goat.
By a goat?
Yeah. He said the intro. You
should have come up with this when Senior was alive. You would have loved it, He would have loved it if he should have come. That's an interesting one.
I said, where you listen to it, it's very good. Asiko.
Yes, he had recorded that material already. And George Pra had produced it. And they were in the process of setting up a band.
Okay.
Senior didn't have a band then, So... Yeah, he said he called me anytime the equipment were ready. And about a year later or so.
Wow.
Yeah. At that time, I was playing with Subruku or Moving Germanies. Yes. But we had this very nice manager. The owner of the band was a very nice guy. He lived in America, and, so he just for the love of music, he bought the equipment. So before I left, I told him that, look, I've had this offer and I want to go. He said, oh, that sounds interesting. I mean, if it was going to help me. Yes. So he even went with me to Senior's place.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just to see, and it was like automatic. All the other guys in the band said, well, it was an opportunity. Oh, yeah. And so he said, it didn't matter if all of us will go help Senior.
Why not?
Why not? I think we left and he sold the equipment, and so it was automatic that I brought along all those people.
So Carlos.
No, Carlos didn't come. Carlos stopped. Carlos didn't like traveling. He didn't like the Timbaka. We always, made poke fun at him. That he would not sit in a car from Accra, even to a Brie or anywhere to go and play. No.
Resident player.
If you say somewhere around Accra, he doesn't mind to come with his taxi. To sit in the band.
So experiences with Senior.
So, it was automatic that I came with Kwesi, Adoko, and who else? Johnny Young, and, a lot of us who formed the Moving Germanies. We just stopped and went. And then Shaggy Reggae was a friend, he had also just left school.
Okay.
We went to play at Begro, and usually you meet a friend, you just, immediately get hooked up. And he was also a keyboard player. Mm-hmm. So I told Senior, look, I have this brother. And then we went and brought him, and he joined. And, So what brought about the Simple Seven was the Senior had an idea of forming his international band with people who were also close to him. PK Asari and some other people, he thought he was going to form the internationals band with, But here, we were very young and very energetic, and we were playing the Simple Seven group. That name, I think, also came from Senior's past.
Okay.
The Seven Brothers, because the start of the Nana Sloppy band.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they were called the Seven Brothers.
Wow.
So Nana Sloppy who changed it to the African
Brothers Band.
Okay. So Senior maintained the seven and then called us the Simple Seven.
What is in a seven? What is in a number? Oh, that's a beautiful story.
Yes. So we started.
So you are a founding member of.
Oh, yes. Seniors.
So at what point did you become the Menum Coco Show boys? And I know your tagline and the accolade.
When we were after we realized that Senior wasn't actually the singing type.
Okay.
In his songs, he breaks down and talked. He was more comfortable talking what he meant than singing it. And so there was a song that he had to sing, Men Who Coco, and he didn't like to sing it. He just sang it. When he finished that, he said that was enough. So the rest was just say it.
And your rhythms. Oh, goodness.
He had wonderful rhythms, yes.
He's known as the Rhythm King.
Yes.
Tell us about him.
Senior.
And his dressing.
Yes.
Talk about his rhythm and his dressing.
Yes, that is something we miss today in show business. People dress up on stage to look like other people from elsewhere. How are you going to sell being a Ghanaian? When you have the opportunity, you stand on a big stage and, you have to perform and you're looking like a Jamaican or anybody else. I don't agree. I want the young guys to look back home and take something that is ours. Go from the north to the south, all kinds of outfits that we consider maybe traditional or this, but do something to it and wear it on stage. You'll be surprised that even if somebody doesn't like your music, your outfit. Let me share this little story. It is a way to pat Kojo on his shoulder.
Okay.
Because it was his outfit that crowned the day. It was at a huge concert in Holland, in Delft.
Okay.
And for some reason, Kojo wasn't that well prepared.
Okay.
But as a show business person, he had to do something. And I think that was what he did, climaxed the whole show. Kojo came in an African dress, wearing a mask.
I think I've seen that thing.
Wearing a mask, and that alone, it didn't matter. Wow. It didn't matter.
Showbiz.
That alone, that thing he did, carried the whole day.
Wow.
And everybody who went there went home.
They remember.
That's what they remember.
Daddy Bosco. Good afternoon. I have one of my tutors. When I came to Accra, he was teaching me all the time, and then we'll be in the studio, and after the program, he will ask you, so the program you did, what will people remember? I said, oh, Daddy B. He said, no. Once you finish a program, and there is no talking points. You didn't do any program.
Yeah.
So if you do a show without a talking
points, yeah, you're
forget
sure no. People forget it. So
two weeks ago, there was a show at Plus 233 that I emceed, and I met Alex Boissel. He's an African promoter from French Guyana. He took pictures, videos, and I was speaking to him. I had an interview, and he said one thing he was disappointed in us was our dressing, like you've said.
Oh.
Some people on stage were wearing T-shirts.
Oh, no. Oh.
And he said it. And you voiced it.
Yes.
So it's a problem with us. Presentation.
Yes.
Our presentation on stage leaves much to be desired.
You know what? Let me share this with some of our up-and-coming musicians. Back home, it's nice to wear a leather jacket. It's nice. Maybe ladies who see you in some leather jackets. But it is the same thing other people elsewhere laugh at you for. Because they wonder why in the scorching sun you are wearing a black leather jacket. Maybe you want to look like a rock musician or something. Please, there are certain things that don't necessarily fit. You probably can get away with them when you do them back home, but don't carry it elsewhere.
Please, when you travel there, don't wear gloves like Michael Jackson.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go wearing these black leather jackets and, sell yourself, sell your country.
But they said during your time. I've spoken to people. They said during your time. There was Soul Brother number one and whatever. You were imitating James Brown and others. And he had to dress like them.
Well,
was that influence true?
That is true. I wouldn't lie about it that there were people who did that. But there were some of us who also thought it was very important to appear as an African on any international stage. So we would never go on stage without something kente like. Either we put it as a band on our head, or put it as something around your wrist, or part of your dress is in kente.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about your days with Senior. I'm interested in the concert. That means you are a politician, or you've traveled. You've traveled throughout Ghana for a concert band. Anybody who has played concert band.
No, I know the whole corners of Ghana.
There you go. I say I call you politician.
Hamble, Bable, to Boku and Kulungugu, come down to Bolgatanga, Zebila, and then coming down. Tamale, Bimbila, and then all those places.
Yes. I hear me having been there. Sometimes you go there, your car gets stuck in the mud.
Of course.
Tell me about some of the experiences. I love the concert experiences.
Well, I think the area that I will want to talk about is how we experience, some of us experience being a guitar band musician. The community at that time looked down on those people who played in concert bands. Yeah. Even today, there are people who still look down on being a musician. Even today, it's changing, but you'll be surprised from what corners somebody will say something bad about the fact that you're a musician.
This is no interruption. You went with some people to play music elsewhere. They were playing all this nice contemporary music and everything. They played good music. Everybody was dancing. And they were middle-aged people. The moment they hit Yabuatma, that song, I still don't get it. I don't know what is in that song. Everybody whether the person is 20 years or 18 years.
He got up.
Was on the floor. What is in Yabuatma? What?
Okay, let me finish my story.
Uh-huh.
I will come back to Yabuatma because the story I'm telling is one that a lot of us have suffered.
Okay.
You know, to the extent to which even if you wanted to marry somebody at all, they disagreed because you played in a guitar band or something, you know. It's unfortunate that the creative arts and people in the creative arts at that time were looked down upon. You know, it was also because, okay, there weren't facilities like, hotels wherever you went to. Well, if there was a hotel which was empty, we will book it and some of us will go to sleep there, but most of the other guys just slept anywhere around them, the opium. And, so it was unfortunate that for a long time musicians were looked down upon, if you were a musician, especially in the guitar band section, then you lost its crowd. It was like the society doesn't place you anywhere. Let me also say, this is from my observation and why maybe a lot of the time people look down on us. Whenever there was any serious thing to be discussed, there was a gathering of elderly people or distinguished people or whatever, the role of the musician was not taking part in the discussion, but playing music to entertain those who came to discuss. But you see, there were some of us who didn't go there only as musicians, but were also interested in what were discussed. And sometimes you sat behind there and you felt that you had an opinion, which, if you were allowed, you probably would express and to help whatever discourse was ongoing. But most of the time, you went there, you were part of the process, you were in the room, a lot were discussed, but you weren't a part of the discussion. When the discussion is finished, then they call you and then you come and play.
So either before they start, you do the interlude, and then after you entertain them. They didn't take your words. You don't.
No, you don't. You're not even allowed. You don't take part in the conversation.
Do we have to insist?
Of course. That is what I'm saying now. That maybe that's the reason why we have been looked down upon, and for a long time, we've not been considered seriously. And I also think that is the reason why we find it difficult administering our own affairs in the music industry. That was because we hardly, and there were few moments where we were made to take part in any meaningful discussions on nation building. And if what we did had any significance in the building of the nation, things are changing, I would say. But for a long time, we're not being part of the discussion.
Now back to my Yabuatma story. What is in that rhythm?
Simply says a nice song. That's
I just don't get it. Look, that's my classic example. And this song, Maria, that's my classic example because
those are classics.
Ghanaian
classics too. So.
I have tried to, you go to certain gatherings and you gauge them. Okay, I have an uncle, Mr. Superbad. He says the most unifying form of music in Ghana is brass band.
Okay.
He say brass band, whether you are a pastor or whatever, you dance to brass band.
Everybody
Once they hit today, whatever. He say, as for that one, no matter the class, you will dance. That's one. If you have a gathering and you drop some classic Highlife song, whether the person is 2 years or 3 years,
they all get up and dance.
as you touch this, it brought my mind to something that disturbs me. We had producers in those years who helped us. And there were promoters.
Okay, you were talking about executive producers.
Executive producers. Yeah. So for the listeners' sake, as executive producer and the technical producer.
Yes.
Okay. So let me talk about the executive producers. Some people blame us, and I am one. They think that we didn't help Highlife that much. One. And I also have a defense. Some of the songs, when they finish the album, the producer will come and give you 2 songs on the album on a bent CD. Play track 1, track 2, finito, kaput. So you don't have the chance to listen to the other songs on the album. When you came in, I was playing some nice songs on your album. I don't know the last time you heard them.
I don't remember myself.
So, did the producers help you in a way? And I won't come to master tapes and everything. That's another conversation for another day. Some of you don't even have access to own music. As an executive producer, he holds the master tape and this is for him. Let's talk about what the producers did for you. And why I brought in, if you ask the artist, what is your best song on the album? They will point to a different song that the producer has chosen for the promotion.
Yes.
Let
me start. I've already started hating somewhere. I've told you that we were looked down upon. Instead of the nation at that time to establish institutions that would take care of music and musicians, we left it to individuals. So those are the people you call the executive producers. And most of the time, these producers didn't come with contracts. No. In their minds, you were some poor guy, and they say you have some talent. So what he's going to do with you is not some business, established business with an office where projections are made and the number of years you're going to. He sees you as somebody who's going to help. You see, so, and you too, as a musician, you're happy that you found somebody who believes in you and says he's going to help you. And he has asked you, go and find a studio. And at that time, there weren't many studios. There was Ghana Films and Ambassador Records at Kumasi and, just... So if you found somebody who was ready to pay to record you at Ghana Films, hey!
Master Kwachi.
Master Kwachi. Yeah. So you see, we did not have many institutions established. They used to be there, the Decca, the EMI, the Sony Music, but they all packed and left. So there was a vacuum created. And instead of filling it with companies, people who establish business and music management and all of that, we had people who came in as helpers.
I say somebody like Esibons helped a lot of people.
Well, okay, he's one of the few probably who stepped in, created a company. There were not many of them, So Esibons can do so much. You see. And that was how we experienced our business for a long time. And then we realized that those who were coming in to help didn't come in for maybe love of music and do documentation on the music and not only earn money. Yeah, a lot of them were people who had some free money and wanted to try it on selling some cassettes or something. So it was the cassette merchandise that brought some people along.
You've tried though.
You see, so
who do cassette, they won't tell you how many is on the market. There was banderoles, there's this, LPs,
so
and then
we were struggling with individuals who probably had some extra money and wanted to put in what we did because it was a risk. You couldn't guarantee them anything. If he found you, a talent, and he says, "Okay, I want to invest that in you," but it wasn't like the main thing. So there came up a lot of distributors because cassette distributors.
And there were producers and distributors.
Yes. So most of those people were the forefront were just distributors. They won't even contribute in the making of the cassette. When you finish it, you just bring it to them, and then they had their network, and then they will distribute it for you.
And they will come and tell us the music to play.
You see?
Track 1.
Yes.
Track 2. So we didn't know the track.
So that was it. He wasn't interested in more like the musician or the music is made. No, he's interested in how he will sell cassettes.
How many years did you play with Senior?
With Senior, I played for 5 years.
5 years?
Yes.
And then?
Then left for Europe.
Okay. Senior, did you record with Senior?
Senior, yes.
And Manum Gogo.
Gogo,
I don't know why.
The Umponi Koyo Nigeria, no. Yeah, I'm a refugee.
It's don't worry. It's Takura came later.
No. The not the first song, not
Ebudidi.
Debbie, I'm grab a friend them. Yeah.
Asiko, they also quite normal.
That's what I remember my refugee. Wow. Some people say they no go fit control destiny. And who caused them?
Oh, that's one.
And no. He recorded with a group of very experienced musicians. They did in Nigeria, but Mawari. Yes, those were the ones I did with Senior.
People have suffered though. They went as far as Benin to record, and they went to Nigeria to record. Please, Ghanaians, let's help our own. I spoke to Pozo Hayes and Lady Talata. They say they went with the honey to Benin to record.
At that time, there was only Ghana films. It was booked so many months ahead. So to get the chance there to record there, you had to wait. Wow. I have an interesting story. Maybe I'll tell it some other day.
It's
our story, no?
We're talking to Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi in the studio. He's telling us this journey. So 5 years with Senior. How did you run? Who has to wear another?
On my SI contract. So when the 5 years came.
Oh, okay. You did 5 years with him.
Yeah. After 5 years,
you decided you were tired. So your reason for going to Europe, was it to continue your biology you were studying? Or
I was invited by friends again to form a band.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Right after I left Senior, the invitation came.
Okay.
I struggled at that time, so we got to Holland. And we formed one of the well-known Ghanaian bands, let me say in the whole of Europe.
Yeah, from
one of them. Yeah, from Kumbi Sale.
Oh, okay. Right, were you historians? These months, the names. If you study history, and for those of you who studied history, Kumbi Sale would ring a bell.
You ring a bell. It did very well. We really did very well. We were at the right place at the right time.
How many people? In the 80s? Some of the.
I was invited by Charles Tete, who used to be a singer for Ramblers.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you, Charles.
Me, Charles, George, and the bass player, Paul. And we had a Dutch player, guitar player, Kuni, and sax player, and
Kumbi Sale. What year was that?
Kumbi Sale was when I got to Europe in 85.
85?
85, 86, good. 87, yeah.
At that time, Boga Highlife was...
Yes. Boga Highlife was
the Germans had started.
Yes.
Those in Germany had started.
Yes.
And then Switzerland, I think Andy Vance and
others were, yes.
Kohana and all those guys, they were in Holland. And then you were in Holland. Holland, you had Chicken Chi was there?
Chicken Chi was later? There. No, Chicken Chi was there. We were there with Chicken Chi around the same time.
Okay, Chicken Chi. Holland, how many? You?
It was me, Chicken Chi, Da Costa, yes. Well, for Da Costa,
I'm growing older.
Da Costa joined later.
Okay.
Yes. And what's he called? George.
But you were there when. So.
Adoma Kunyamiche.
Yes. I think Holland people, this one, I will bring trouble. There was this guy from there, Mahoney P. He did the first rap.
Yes.
Yes. And he's never been given credit.
I have also spoken about that. I've said it many times.
Yes. Highlife in Gangster.
I recorded that material.
Oh,
the material is even mine.
Please tell us
yes,
about
the production of that material. Mahoney was the first who started rap over Ghanaian highlife music.
Okay.
And I did that recording. Oh. Yes. When I came down with this material, well, with all respect to Reggie Rockstone, then he was at, what's it called it? Case Frequency Studio at Asylum Down. You know, so that was where Kekedia,
Case Frequency,
introduced me to Reggie. And he told me where they were busy with the style and, you know. But I had brought down the Mahoney material.
It's unfortunate I don't have my cassette here. I would have shown it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I have my cassette there. Highlife in Gangster.
In Gangsterdam,
yes. I remember.
In fact, I worked with Mahoney. Well, may his soul rest in peace.
He's gone.
Mahoney is gone, and there doesn't seem to be anybody speaking for him. I think we have to, we have to honor him somewhere. He was the first person who did anything with rap and high life.
I got it. I got my cassette. That's why I remember. And every time, Mahoney P, then another one, Mike Sequesi.
Okay.
He brought Mike, was somewhere in Sweden or something. Mike Sequesi, and then Mahoney P. Before I heard Chobwe, I go.
Oh, yes.
So I remember when you talked about Holland, and I said no. I remember Mahoney.
No, Mahoney was more or less, you know.
So why didn't you push him?
I did, except that, you know, these musicians, we always have some hidden something that is a setback, a drawback. He was so absorbed into
things that happen.
American kind of.
We are in the studio having a conversation with Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi. He's telling us a bit, and this is the part that intrigues me. I way back in school, I think I had a cassette from Mahoney P. That was my first rap over Ghanaian. This thing that I had, Mahoney P, and then Mike Sequesi before I had. And fortunately, the person who produced that song.
Yes, I produced Mahoney's music. Yes, I brought it to Unimit for distribution. So it was Unimit who was, distributing. Not to disrespect Reggie Rockstone. I think he's a musician I have a lot of respect for. And that started with my relationship with his father, who in the end became a friend.
Okay.
And I have liked the way Reggie has carried himself as a musician and then has made the hip life thing popular.
He gave it the name.
He stood by it. Yes. He propagated it. He made it what it became. And that is why when the arguments about Mahoney P being the first artist to record that kind of material comes, he did not stand behind the material and do the same thing like Reggie did.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And I think all of that also plays a role, because when you believe in something, you give so much effort to it. Yes, you lift it and make something of it. I think that is the credit that is given to Reggie. was Mahoney. Well, may he so rest in peace. He had some unpleasant approach, and well, he came down and it didn't help him. It didn't help him. I think that was what broke the sales of what he had brought down, and he didn't know how to, I don't know how to put it, deal with his business partners. There was a certain roughness.
Let's listen to this one. I'll go on with the interview conversation. Okay, so this is the second album of my Honey P. I wanted to do the Ekwafu one, that one, but this this is just to let people have a feel of what you've done in the past. Yes. A big time producer.
Oh, as for music, I've done a whole lot.
Let's talk about your discography. So your first recording was with Senior.
Well, I helped Senior record, Mawari and Timusawari and those.
Okay, that was your first studio work. And then subsequently, let's talk about what you've done in the studio.
Then I met John Collins.
Okay.
So I did stuff with John.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Boko Studio, yes. Mm-hmm. And we took part in some, film series, the Channel 4 series, which is something that was aired in England. Yeah. And I was a part, all through John.
Okay.
So you saw me and my band recording in John's studio. This material is online, so people can search it, and then you see.
Some of you need to tell us your story so that we'll follow you.
And on the other hand, when I left Senior, I played with, what's he called again? Oh, this musician. He knew Felix Bell.
Felix Bell.
Yes.
Oh, Daniel in the Lions.
Daniel in the Lions dead, yes. We helped in shipping those songs, and I was one of the people behind the shipping of those songs. He had brought them, and then we played. I played with him in his band.
Wow. Used to come on GTV and you're showing your mouth.
So I did some stuff with Felix. I also did stuff with this is a very good singer.
Okay, so that's what he did before he went to Holland.
What else did I do in Ghana at that time?
So you've worked with Felix Bell.
Felix Bell recorded at what's it called?
I love the Nana and the Lion thing.
Yes.
Was our only reggae star then.
At that time, yes.
Yeah.
He was
the reggae star. And his style of singing, there was one, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes.
I remember. Kofi asked me if I'm able to remember all these things, I'm also getting there.
Oh, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah.
Felix Sergeant Bell.
Bonaparte.
Yes.
I remember that song as well. So you went to Holland with the Kumbisela, and you did recording? Or you were just jamming?
We jammed, and they recorded, but I left the group after 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, Ghanaian problem here and there, and so I formed my Sloopy Sankofa. Yes, so it was with that I started recording. I did what I called Welcome to Bright Life Yeah, I mean, if you step out of Ghana, this is where you realize what makes you Ghanaian. And, well, but you find what other people do interesting, like what the Zairians were doing, people from Cote d'Ivoire, from other parts of the world, Zouk from Paris, and, so if you try to play music your high life and now understanding all those nice stuff and try to incorporate some of them in what you do, then obviously you need to give it a new name. So I came up with the Bright Life instead of High Life.
Now it's shining more. It's very bright. Okay.
Thereafter, we had this problem. You see, when we are there, we try to be original and as authentic as possible, Ghanaian, because that's what is expected of you. But you cannot come back doing the same thing. Here they play better. So some of us were caught between these two things, So we recorded different stuff there than we recorded here. Yes, because if we brought the same thing down,
because
it wouldn't make that.
And somebody was working on radio. I've listened to songs that were released there, which were completely different.
What it did.
Your song Asem Kakra Mekai, it took Ghana by storm.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's, I won't talk about it. You are here. It took Ghana by storm. It was like, okay, Bonibia, now who are beg Ghana? It was just, how did it come about?
One of those things, creativity.
Wow.
You find yourself in certain situations. You think, this is a nice theme for a song, because there's the positive love, medo, mepawasam, menubewu, or doyewu, and all of that. It's all love based. Yeah. But there are other themes that could also be love based, like what I did with Asem Kakra, so which is something that happens sometimes. So why not? Why can't you sing a song about it? And then the song actually spoke for a lot of people.
I come on for some more. But okay, so at that time, what is this man? This one brought us the Bambara sound. He brought us the Yegun San Saman for Alan Cosmos and others.
Yes.
When you brought Asem Kakra Mekai, that thing, electric drums had come, right? It was different.
Yeah.
No. It was like, how did they receive it out there? And then,
let me be honest. That song was a challenge.
Okay.
I had been interviewed in Holland, and it was published in the newspaper. I really had the middle page, everything for me. And the topic then was computers going to completely take over African music.
Beginning of our conversation.
Our conversation, yes. I was one of the proponents of using computers to record music, and people didn't like it then because it took away the originality, and the sequences then were very flat. The timing was not as calibrated as today, so you can have all the syncopations and stuff like that. No, it didn't have it. It was very flat. So when the drum machine was playing, it was just very stiff. Very stiff, and a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah.
So I was one of those who experimented with sequences and to try to reach a kind of, realistic sound, that wasn't too electronic. To be honest, everything about Asem Kakra and everything is very electronic as any other song. But if you listen to it, you don't hear it like that. It's not like the Lancosmos and others where the beat was so strong and, Okay. I was experimenting with sampling at that time.
Okay.
Yes. We had then been introduced to sampling, the sampling technology. So we bought some samplers, and that's how, we experimented to try to make music that would sound original, but still yet made with yes. So that was one of the experiments I did, which worked very, very well. Despite, there's one little something piece in the song that he likes so much. And every time he meets me and we talk about that music, he says it. If you listen to Asem Kakra, there's a certain row, a drum roll. That was a sample. So that was a sample. Wow. So it was difficult for anybody to try to use any drumulator or anything to play. It was real, but it was sampled. Yes.
Okay, maybe I also have to say my best.
Yasimo Odobio Doba.
But you ever like,
Ain't
this is the song.
AC. A lot of that's how Ghanaians, they AC.
Me pacho ay sax bi na wom no.
Oh yes,
One
yes.
boy.
Hey Bruni Mark.
Oh. Aye. No further question.
Mark.
Ade. Masuna, I kind of listen to music in a different way. This is a beautiful song.
Mommy, who would dream more? Then I got me a cry. Benjamin, where Mommy, who are more? Men not me a cry. They knew many must you cry.
When I hear rap now.
Nyamia.
Nana rapping. Me pacho am from rap no.
When they talk about rap, I don't. Say shit.
Makuma mutofi, midori yasi, naji anima, chimasi mi. Emma ubin si sawatring, Emma ubin na da usabi bi na mewa, nyabutari fodoka na me.
Rap with it do. Rap ya na yeto ye.
Yeah, trees I rap.
Baby, you don't want anything. Mommy, who would dream?
This is. It's a sweet song.
Oh my goodness, this is interesting.
I want to listen to music. I want to listen to everything. The guitar works. The sax is a sax that attracted me.
Yeah.
I've listened to rap. It was a beautiful song. So after experimenting with this, how did you feel? You came down yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, it's been an interesting challenge, and to see how it all has developed up to now. And sometimes they don't give us credit enough for the things we've done. I don't know if people don't know or they decide to not mind or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. We did a lot of things behind the scenes. Yes, a lot of things. Yes.
This is a very, very beautiful song. And you came up with Telephone. Okay, I've seen your dress on the sleeve with the kente.
Yes.
It adds credence to what we're discussing.
Yes.
And then Telephone in common.
Yeah.
How phone and I show us phone.
I had some.
Telephone Como was bigger. It was bigger. And he had a lot of songs on it. People.
Yeah.
More hit here one, and that's what we are interested in.
Yeah. But they're good. I like what you're doing now. That you, pay attention to other stuff. I mean, this song, for instance, I mean, it did a lot. You know, not make cry. And I didn't know that the song would do so well at the time. So I came to Ghana and everybody AC, and I said, hey, AC.
It
was my family, you know. They come and say, your song, they keep playing it, they play it everywhere. I said, oh.
Why is he?
Why is he? I said, auntie.
But you've done a lot of songs. You've done a lot of songs.
You think of me. Oh, your mom said me in the asa.
I am putting a ball saying radio station be so. And Bibisa na or suggest in you be sending on until the channel you boy. Bibisa then you would say, what did that? Oh, grand out the channel. And now more. You see, one or two now,
that's what I was talking about.
But I'm happy that you go beyond the one or two.
That's what we try to do. Because these are beautiful songs. These are beautiful songs that I sit down and I'm saying, oh, we need to do some of this. This one. I think this one cry about no kakra. And family or boyfriend not why.
I know the antiquary near my Ukra. The antiquary.
I think it's about time that. Did you get money from music?
No.
Hey.
I got money from music, but if you ask me, do you get? Now I don't. But sometimes
I thought those of you outside had proper mechanisms, royalties.
Oh, I made money. I made some money. At least I have something that I'm very proud of.
Okay.
You know, at least I live at Trasaco area.
We are big, Nana.
Yes, who share me property, so people cannot put the two together. They don't think it's done by a musician. So it's me.
It's through music.
Through music, yes. So to ask me if I made, I made some money through music and I invested it properly.
So would you encourage me to do music?
Now, I don't know.
If your son or daughter wants to do music,
well, that is what they've all tried to do. Well, my son started but drifted away from it immediately and took the IT side.
Okay.
My daughter took over my studio from me and ran it, but I have convinced him to look at the academic side of things rather than play with luck and talent and all kinds of things. Sometimes you're lucky, it comes, and sometimes it doesn't.
The IT person can look at the IT part of music. It's all in the music.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's what is happening today. That's what,
I have my mentor is PAV Answer.
Oh, okay.
And There's a story from him, and I always share it. He said, at that time, he was at Legon, and somebody came there that he wanted admission for his ward. And I said, bring his results. And they said, his best grade was GA. And then, what was the other one? Is it BK? No, in sixth form, you don't do BK, you do RS.
Okay.
Religious studies. So, best grades was GA and religious studies. I said the person should go and read something, political science or something. And he said he didn't want to offend the person. I said, oh, okay. Then I suggest that he goes to the cemetery. The seminary.
It's a seminary, okay.
I said, what do you mean? So he goes to he did well in religious
knowledge.
So that he comes and preaches in GA.
Yeah, those were the two things he sounded to go and learn it.
Z 101.9 FM.
But you want a one. And you see a computerized one.
Computerized a wapa.
Beautiful song. I'm taking you back. Don't mind me.
It's really, changed everything in my mind right now, taking me back to my youthful days and my struggles. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes we need to do this.
Yes.
I listen to music this time around. I just put my stuff there. I listen from start to finish. And you discover a hidden song.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what we don't do nowadays.
Yes.
We need to do some of these things So I kind of play this kind of music. Some people are like, yeah, an old man, you do this. I say, you don't know what you are missing.
Yeah.
Some people really do. So what you went there, what do you think prevented Ghanaian music from penetrating the world market?
That's a good question. We learned a lot, when we stepped outside Ghana. And that's where we got to know that to be internationally recognized, a lot of factors had to play. What we realized is you had to be original in whatever you did. You sound original. And you are easily identifiable by the expressions you use in creating your music. At a certain time when Europe was opening up for African music, it was a time we were experimenting with Western stuff. So we lacked originality. I have to say some of these things. I don't mean harm to anybody. But for instance, in Holland, I was one of those who would review a song before the artist was brought onto stage. And sometimes, even if you wanted your friend to come to play in a concert or in a festival, anything, you had to argue for your friend, because there were these white guys who knows everything about your community. So they will bring a few tips of artists, and they will ask you which one was your favorite, and why do you think they should put that person
on stage?
On stage. And in the beginning, we were doing that, but this guy is my friend, so I want to vouch for him. And then they will come with their counter arguments. Unfortunately, Amachi Dede lost it. Although I vouched for him, Amachi lost it. Those people knew what Highlife was. But you see, in a lot of Amachi's music, you hear reggae. A kind of reggae approach. You know. And so, I don't know why they took those songs. I said, look, if he comes and we tell him he'll play really good material. The second thing that failed him was recording at Bodo Steiger's
what he used
studio.
okay.
Those guys, they knew Bodo Steiger personally. And they knew what he could do. So they had the influence
too much of the influence
of Bodo in those materials. Can you imagine if you came down and told your fellow musician that, look, this thing can be a plus somewhere, but can be a minus somewhere. They won't understand you
at all.
You know, I argued on his behalf and said, look, in the guitar band world of Ghana, he's one of
the best,
only surviving guitar band musician who's been able to get himself at the top. So please allow him. The Bodo Steiger thing. I don't know who brought the materials, but they didn't select, you know. You see, and the sound was.
I would have been it.
Oh. Please, fellow musicians, forgive me if I mentioned something that's happened. I don't think a lot of these things should stay in a closet anymore. We should be able to talk about them so the young ones can learn from that. Earlier on, I spoke about Gyamfi.
Yeah.
I had to defend Gyamfi for that concert.
Okay.
And they said, well, it was an African feeling concert. So his music didn't sound African or high life or something. So yes. But why is it easy for you to put Lucky Dube or Alpha Blondie or Ismail Lowe, any of those guys, and then you don't want to put Kojo on? So that was my argument.
Solid argument.
Yes.
And did they listen to you?
They did.
Okay.
They did. So they put Kojo on.
And how was the reception?
That's what I said, that I don't know, but something did, you know.
His outfit saved the day.
His outfit saved the day. So it didn't matter. He you know, saved the day by his outfit. And that was talked about for a while. Wow. You know, among the organizers of such concerts. You see, so some of these things we have to say them, and so we will learn. And next time we're bringing something elsewhere, where we know that it's going to be the judgment of whatever we brought down there.
Our time is up. We have to go. There's a ritual here. You form your all-time band.
Oh.
By mouth. Who will be your best drummer? We are forming the band right now. This one is on the spot.
Oh.
Your all-time best drummer, whether living or dead. Drummer, you're forming band.
Of course, if you say a drummer, I even brought one from Ghana to play with me. You know, so who else could be better than him? Captain Moro is called, and Captain a lot Moro. Of people there. Same drummer who played with Senior, they don't go for a long while. He's a very good drummer.
Are you going to be on, also, if you're going to be on the lead, are you playing rhythm guitar in your band?
At the moment, I think because I sing, I do more of the rhythm. Yes.
Okay, so who do your lead?
I hold a guitar. But of course, my Kweku Mensah will be my lead guitar player.
Kweku! Who will do your bass?
My bass guitar player, the best. You know, I admire Cropper.
Oh, okay.
Cropper who passed away.
The original.
Original Cropper, you know. Okay. I think these are musicians we should honor. These are guys we should talk about. Yeah. They brought something to Ghana when there was nothing. When it came to bass playing, the way this was a guy who really, you can hear that he knew his instrument very, very well.
Keyboard.
You know, keyboard, I would select my own brother and friend, you know.
Carlos.
No.
Why?
Kojo Akwabwa.
Kojo. Oh. Wait there. Kojo the second.
Kojo the second, yes. Akwabwa the second.
Akwabwa the second.
Yes.
Okay. Are we doing horns or leave it like that?
Horns, I don't have any from Ghana, somebody I know very well. But I know. That's the phone one I'm no more.
Are we doing percussion?
Percussion, who will be the best percussionist that I've worked with? Yes, he's a singer, but also plays percussion.
Okay.
And we pair beautifully in the forefront. Okay. He's called Eric Free.
All right, people, we spoke to Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi. The next time we meet, we'll divert the conversation towards royal things.
Royalty,
talk a bit about royalties and everything, the business of music. I think next time we meet, that's what
I'll be happy to talk about that because we have a problem now. Yeah. There are issues, challenges in the industry, and we need to find a way to solve them. And for me, I keep saying that technology is what has taken a lot of what we're used to away. But it came with some solutions too. And that is where we have a struggle with, because we've not sat down to study it properly and see how we can use it to solve the new problems that we're having. You asked the question. Maybe next time we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Is AI going to take over? Yes. You know, that's an area that I want us to talk a lot about.
There is going to be a part 2, and don't miss it. My name is Papa Kofi. I've been in the studio with Nana Sloppy Mike Gyamfi. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
we'll
you.
Meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow between 1 and 3, I'll be here.